On podcast.
Joey Ryan.
Mike, no, Pinoza
Oh.
not here. Yeah, Pinoza's not
What
here.
am I, top liver?
We're here with Joey Ryan. We are live from Griff's out here in Las Vegas. Boy, what a day it was. I'm living on Red Bull, living on fumes, but boy, was it exciting, dynamic day, and we're glad to be here. Let us know in the chat if the audio is coming in all right. We don't have headphones on. Let us
We
know
got
the
music
quality.
in the background. We might
Leave
get
a
shut
mic.
off of Facebook. Who knows, man? It's crazy up in here. But hey, look. This was my first time ever attending a matchroom event.
Don't hit the table. You're shaking.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm excited, man. First time ever attending a matchroom event. And
Your camera's like awkwardly in your face. Like it's a little odd. But anyway, we're here.
I look good, man.
You look good. You look good.
Show me another 50-year-old looks like this.
I can't argue.
All right. No, but in all seriousness, I've always enjoyed the production of Matchroom from behind my TV screen. It's been pretty amazing. It's been pretty cool. But seeing it in person, it's just unbelievable. The arena, all the seating, the lighting, like they have this red light going around, the fans, the ambiance it creates, the music gets people hyped. I mean, if you've never been to one of these, you gotta come. You gotta come. If you're in the area, there's probably still some single tickets left. People selling a few, whatever. You gotta make it out. It's just totally cool.
I can't argue with anything you just said. It's been phenomenal.
There's a first.
Yeah, well, I like taking the other side of things. But no, it's been great, man, from top to bottom. First of all, shout out to Matchroom because they've given us the opportunity to be able to set up out there and coordinate everything we've been doing. We're super appreciative of them. We kind of have a fun banter back and forth with Emily and them online, but her whole team has just been amazing. We got great plans for the rest of the week, not just out there, but over here at Griff, man, which is where we're at right now. We didn't have a camera panned out on the room like we did last night, but let me tell you, man, this room is packed.
It's jumping.
I mean, there's so many people here. You got Alex playing JRB, something like 14-4, and I'm sure for a considerable amount of money.
Probably bet a little bit, you think?
Probably more than I'd imagine more than what they're playing for out there at the Moscone Cup. John Morris here. You name it.
Margaret Fefilova's practicing. Never seen her play.
Packed. I mean, just packed full of people. All the fans are in here. Everyone's hanging out. There's a really cool vibe, and it's like 6:30 in the evening here in Vegas, man. We've been up since early. I've been up since early this morning. We were able to get set up, man, and yeah, dude, that whole arena was just dope.
Yeah, it was definitely energized today, and when the United States won the team match, man, people got fired up. Europe came back, hit us with that Spanish duo, and evened things out. And I was like, uh-oh, where's this going? Then the U.S. caught fire again, and Sky Wooper played excellent. And then Tyler Steyer, I thought, was probably just as good, if not better, in that match where he paired up with Shane Van Boy. Played a great match.
We got a really great interview with Tyler. For me, if I'm ranking players on how they played, and I don't mean American players. If I'm ranking players on how they played, Tyler Steyer.
Yeah, he played great. He looked comfortable. He stalked the table. He didn't even get emotional until after the won. I don't know if you saw that.
No, hold on a second. He was emotional from before they even went on.
No. I mean, he wasn't like fiery. He was totally focused, 100% into the task.
Like he can be,
Yeah, exactly. But then once they finally sealed that game, he went off. He was, all over it.
They were getting the crowd hyped up, and we're gonna have a full recap show tomorrow morning out there from the media room. We're gonna really just break down every matchup. We're saying the music's horrible. Well, yeah, we only do so much.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. We're doing the best we can.
Yeah. It's still at the bar at the end of the day. But no, it was a phenomenal day. It was really cool. Just the buzz of the whole place was amazing. I'm excited for day 2, especially because there was some nerves early on, it seemed like, from not just the fans. Joey's adjusting
I got
some
it.
settings
We
here.
had the wrong setting on audio. Does that sound better, guys? Let us know if that sounds better.
Yeah, let us know if the audio changes. Joey,
I dogged it.
he runs the show probably twice every 6 months, And
Okay, we fixed it. We fixed it. Thank you guys. Okay. Yeah, let us know sooner next time. Don't let us get 5 minutes and 12 seconds into this before you tell us. Well, the good part is the audio is fixed just in time for us to thank all of these sponsors that got us out here, Mike.
that's just what they want to hear after they've been here.
Well, no, but we
When-
need to give a shout out. We need to give some love. Title sponsor, Fort Worth Billiards. I mean, what can you say about them? They stepped up in a big way, helped to send us out here. Griffs, we're here at Griffs right now. Super thankful for them. OB Shafts, OBQs, really thankful. Q-Tech came up in a big way. We have Simonis and Aramith, industry standards there. Digitalpool.com. Really appreciate the support from Isaac and his team there. Who else, Mike? 526 Club?
Tom Gorman. Tom Gorman.
Yeah, who am I forgetting? I don't want to forget anyone.
Moonlight and Billiards, Griffs, James Hanshu Custom Cues, Billiards Digest, Mike, Gold Rush, my buddy Kevin. Really everybody did not. The coolest part was that when we reached out to him and we let him know what we were doing, nobody gave me a hard time. I think literally out of everybody that I asked, I think one person didn't reply. So, and you can see all the sponsors that we have there. That's the kind of love that we got, and we're beyond appreciative. Like I mentioned before, go check out their Facebook pages, their websites. Go, purchase things if you're in the market. There's plenty of options there to go and choose from. And we wouldn't be here without them. We wouldn't be here without you guys. And Mark Griffin's a big part of that, and being out here at Griff's, man.
Yeah, it's a great place. We talked about all the people in here right now, people getting into action. The cool part about this, the action tables are right when you walk in the door.
Jerry.
Last night, Alex was playing young guy Spencer Layden, and next table over, my buddy Chris Adams was playing my other buddy Tony Piazza. Really good matches going on, and all around the edge of the tables, you got people sitting there waiting for next. It's almost like when you used to play basketball as a kid. You had your five, right? You played the game, and then somebody called next. Exactly. And that's what's going on around here. You got John Mora around the outside. Yesterday, you had Evan Linda here. You had Jeffrey DeLuna. Everybody wanting to get in on the action. That's the fun part about being at Griff's. You never know when you're going to catch a match for $40,000, $50,000 right in front of your eyes.
I mean, I don't know exactly what they're playing for, but like I mentioned before, now that we got the audio situated, Alex was playing JRB just up until a few minutes ago, and they're playing for something pretty decent. Rumor has it, I just heard when I was talking with Johnny Mora that him and a certain somebody are going to be playing a healthy set of some wood rack 10 ball come this Monday. So if you're in the area still, come by and
big set at Griff's.
I don't know what all I'm allowed to give out, so I don't want to say too much. I'll just say that John's involved, and it's going to be a big set of 10 ball. I do not know if there's going to be any streaming. If I get the green light to mention it specifically, we'll post the information about it for sure, without a doubt.
Phoenix, great Arizona player. Mitch Ellerman spent a lot of time in Vegas, lived here for a while. I heard he was in action recently up here in a big set. It's just every day up here. You never know what you're going to find. Also, I do want to mention, Mike, the big match coming up 3 days after the Moscone Cup with Shane Van Boning and Tony Johan.
Yeah, dude.
What an intriguing matchup this is. It's like you got the guy who's a specialist and really is just an unbelievable one-pocket player against Captain America, one of the best players in any discipline in the world. And, Shane doesn't love one pocket. It takes a lot to get him up to play one pocket, but he's decided to take on this challenge. And I think the smart money might be on Tony, but I don't count Shane out for 1 minute. How about you?
Shane's a real, he's not like Earl when it comes to getting, up and down, but if Shane's motivated, that's when you better watch out. I don't care what they're playing for. Shane motivated is what will determine this match. Shane's firepower is, in that Federer filler category, right? Of just being able to purely pop balls and be intimidating from his ability to put them in the hole. Tony's definitely a favorite, and he should be. But if Shane's, $15,000 richer in a couple of days, with the chance at $30,000 richer, and he's got a shot at some decent money against Tony, I know Tony's side likes Tony's side. I'll put it like that, and they should. But
I think it's an uphill climb. If you think about it, they're playing on tight equipment. I think they're 4 1/8 here.
On a quarter.
They're 4 1/8.
They're playing on the quarter, son.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I like Shane. See how fickle I am?
You bet on both sides. You
Yeah,
bet on
pretty
one
much.
side, and then you don't want to hurt the other guy's feelings.
Try
So
to
you'll
get
go.
out. Yeah.
You'll bet on the other side.
You're up to my games by now. Hey, I want to go back to the chat window, Mike, because I want to give people a chance. I'd really like to hear, some of the thoughts that you guys had for today watching the Moscone Cup. Just get a feel. I know Mike was reviewing our show from earlier today and the predictions that were made, and I think he nailed it. I think he hit it right on the head.
I said I was taking a flyer. I said I like the Americans 3-1, and I literally picked every match.
Yeah.
I said I liked them in the teams. I liked them in the. I like Sky, which was probably an amazing match, by the way. And I like the dual pairing of Shane and Tyler, man. So probably not the popular opinion. Like if you're being realistic, the Europeans are heavy favorites, but the atmosphere, the crowd, all those intangibles, the break being so inconsistent for a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Um,
But you know what? Towards the end of the day, you did notice them making that one ball on the side pretty consistently. It seemed like once they kind of figured that out, that's going to be the break. One ball on the side.
Here's the deal. It's only going to be but so reliable because you're swinging the cue ball back and forth,
Yeah.
and because you're using a template. I mean, a wood rack, right?
Yeah.
So you cannot control it like you would in years past, and that part leaves little to be as far as confidence for those players, right?
Yep.
So, but we're gonna, like I said before, we're gonna have a whole breakdown show in the morning, live from Bally's.
Yeah, I still want to talk about it though. I'm not letting you get away from it. We could talk about it even more tomorrow. Tom Gorman says Tyler Steyer was very strong today. Could be the difference maker. I mean, I tell you, I think it's true. Tyler looks
I literally
unflappable.
said before we started, I said, man, he's the X factor for Team USA.
Yeah.
They will go as Tyler goes.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, he looked as good as anybody else. Besides that one positional shot where he left Shane the cue ball on the rail, I thought he played great.
Yeah.
I mean, from top to
Yeah,
bottom.
I didn't understand that shot. We asked Jeremy about that shot and didn't get a whole lot of clarity, I thought. Maybe Jeremy just saw it completely different. Maybe we had a bad angle on it.
Yeah.
Just looked like Tyler kind of settled to leave Shane a pretty difficult shot there. We should have asked Tyler about that shot.
You were literally the one who interviewed him.
Huh?
You were the one who interviewed him.
Oh. Have we posted that yet?
Hey, you didn't see it?
No.
Yeah, I put Tyler's older brother interviewed him.
Did you really?
Check the captions.
I don't even follow your page.
No, man, you don't. Thanks, I appreciate it. Hey, let us know who you want us to get on. We're gonna we got access to a lot of players. We didn't get Earl today because he had some obligations with Matchroom. That they were doing even up until whenever we got out of there, which was like a good hour and a half after they were done.
Yeah, they were doing an interview.
Some media obligations with them with Carl. So
yeah. So one thing I'll say. It's kind of hit or miss over there in terms of when we're going to get people and how we get people. So, but they have been awesome with us. Matchroom's been great. And so we're taking what we can get and working around their professional interviews.
Is the biggest thing.
Coordinating.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's tough. But
but they've been phenomenal though.
They've been awesome.
It's like whoever we're asking for, we're pretty much getting.
Yeah.
The how we had everyone kind of stacked on each other was a little different for us, and we're kind of just figuring out some rhyme or reason and some rhythm. But we're having a good time. We hope you guys are enjoying it, man.
Here's a good comment here from I introduced you to my buddy Rick Glasscock today. He was out there.
Great guy.
And he said he was impressed with how Earl was supporting the other players. And that was something that really stood out because after his match, he seemed to be pretty down on himself, seemed to be pretty upset.
The dude was had 1 foot off the bridge. If you want to say down on himself. The guy was
had to take his shoelaces.
It was yeah. I mean, he was on full blown,
full tilt.
Yeah.
But like Rick said, after that, it's kind of like he came to support his teammates. And every time something good happened, that Skylar match, he was racing out there and giving Skylar props and very supportive.
Sky's a veteran at this point. He's the lead. He's one of the leaders of the team, if not the leader on the team. But he's young. We all grew up watching Earl. Like that, hearing Sky's reaction to that when we interviewed him earlier was one of the coolest things about it because it's like one of his idols, and he's playing on the biggest stage imaginable in pool, and the guy who you looked up to for the better part of your life is there showing you love in front of everyone on how great you played.
That's
right?
awesome.
Yeah, how great is that?
Yeah. So, one thing, if you guys didn't catch the interviews that we did earlier with Jeremy and with Alex Ledley and Sky Woodward right after the event, I would recommend that you do go back and check those out. You can get them on Pool Player Podcast on YouTube, Windows Open on Facebook, or Pool Player Podcast on Facebook. They're all on there. They were great interviews. Uh, I don't think it can be understated just the how great these guys are in terms of making the effort.
Who?
Well, all of them.
The players, you mean?
Yeah, Alex, Sky, Jeremy. They had dinner plans. They've been at it all day, and they made the
But
effort to come and talk to us.
we-
I think that's pretty cool. They understand
We
that it's
can-
bigger. Hold on, it's bigger than just this event. It's bigger than just them. This is about growing the sport, and so they understand that. They come on our show. They get another 15 or 20 people that might not have watched the Moscone Cup before. Now they're going to tune in.
Well, I think that number one, they're obligated because of the match room. I'm just calling a spade, but no, I'm just being real about it. I think they are. But also, we've been fortunate enough to build relationships with a lot of these guys. Now, some of the things we go and say, and by we, I mean me, to ruffle some feathers or piss some people off, I think there's a certain level of respect there, and we appreciate that. We've made more friends than enemies, but it's great to be there and just have an opportunity to talk, like right after it's over with, and ask Guy how that match was with Josh. Ask Alex, who is coming off of a rough day, but he was completely open and honest, which I thought was incredible. A real straight shooter when it comes to doing interviews. No BS kind of guy. Jeremy kind of being level headed and not getting too caught up in the moment. I mean, yeah, they're up 3-1, but they're far from over. And you know what the best part that I liked about the interview was when we talked to Alex and we talked about him panicking, not him, but like the Europeans panicking,
the
right?
example he used.
What was it?
Well, he said if you're in a race to 11 and you're trailing 3-1, are any of these guys going to panic ever? And the answer is no.
That's the best answer, man.
Yeah,
You know?
good answer. Yeah, I just got tapped on the shoulder. Nick DeLeon walked in. Sure, he's looking to get into some action with the right spot, of course.
The only action Nick wants to get in is probably against me because he's stealing. That's the only that Nick's action is if he's dead nut stealing. That's
I got some dates here I want to share. We're here at Griff's. You guys know Griff's. It's in Las Vegas. If you haven't been here, you got to check it out. It's really cool. Mark Griffin actually, I think, owns 5 U.S. Opens. I don't know if you know that, Mike. But the U.S. Open 10 ball is going to start March 5th. And it's going to be here at Griff's. And immediately followed by the U.S. Open 8 ball. And they're looking at 64 and 96 player fields for those events.
He throws some money at it. He throws some coin at it.
Yeah.
Mark does.
And so I just want to make sure people know about that so that they could get here to watch or, come here and maybe even compete in it. Who knows? I might enter the 8 ball this year. Think I got a chance? Is it bar tables?
It's a bar table. Tim Daniel out of your area plays pretty good
up.
bar table A ball, doesn't he? I like his chances.
So does Nick, but I beat him.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that match.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah, I played good that night.
Oh.
First time in 10 years.
Well, you ain't getting any younger, buddy. No, but listen, it's they got a lot of stuff coming up here in the next few months. We're going to be promoting it as much as we can and show Mark and Griff some love that they're showing us. And but like we also said, they got that match with Shane and Tony coming up. Even now, after the Moscone Cup is over, dude, this room is just on fire right now. I mean, completely buzzing. We'll try to have another camera set up tomorrow and really show it. And I think it's just going to get what are you doing? Getting better as the event goes on. Let us know if you guys have any questions. We'll be happy to address them. Jessica says, "Do we know has the fans' choice nomination been announced yet?" It has not. I'd imagine they're going to do it around the same time as they announced lineups for yesterday. But I think everyone's expecting to be Earl and Jason. Where are you going? Oh, you all right? You look like
I was waiting for you to finish talking, buddy.
You look like you're about to take a mugshot or something. Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah? What were your thoughts on the day, Nick?
It was awesome. The sixth man out there is that crowd. Huge difference. Just from every good ball that's made, every combo, every break. It's the booze, it's the cheering, it's amazing. and I think that's helping US come with it.
Have you been to a Moscone Cup before?
No, this is my first one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's wild, man.
it's absolutely crazy, and just being there and seeing everything and seeing the hype and all of it, it's amazing.
Does it motivate you? 'Cause you were going,
For sure.
You were going from one of those spots.
Yeah, it's definitely a big eye opener with how it is. I mean, like everybody from the get go has came out the gate and played. Yeah, we got some good rolls or whatnot, but that's going to happen at 9 ball. You just have to take advantage of it. And I feel that everything that we capitalize on that we normally didn't last year, in my opinion, like key mistakes, like we were supposed to get out, but we didn't. But today, we all played solid.
I think the Europeans wrote a check that they didn't cash today. Is what I think. I think they wrote a big check. They were talking a lot of shit, and they should, but they came across pretty cocky. And even though they were heavy favorites, I think the Americans kind of stood tall.
Yeah, they came with it
and demanded respect. When they listen. One of the things that stood out for me from the press conference was Jason saying, "We ain't ducking. We're firing them, and we're firing them in the heart of the hole." Well, let me tell you, I saw Jason and I saw Jason play some pretty loose shots.
Yes,
including that one where it gave Shane in that doubles match really opened up that match, because when he let the one ball where it was at, where Shane could fire it into the upper left, completely turned the match on his head.
For sure.
When Albin, I thought, was the anchor between them two and holding it down. David and Fran, I think they got fortunate to have the matchup that they had, and Earl kind of imploding on himself early on. Yeah, I think it was the perfect storm, but I want to see how they respond, to be honest with you.
No, for sure, because I guarantee you that they're rethinking whatever happened today, especially after the press conference.
I love the UFC, WWE dynamic when you're talking smack and you're building up a fight, and I think Poole needs more of that. I think Poole needs 1,000 Jason Shaws for sure, right? But you got to be able to back it up.
Oh, for sure.
And now what's being backed up is their backs up against the wall going into day two.
Well, I mean, just like when they asked USA to respond off of Jason Shaw saying, "You bitches," right? And Jeremy Jones says, "We're not here to win a press conference."
No, that's all fine and stuff, And it was a great moment.
They let their game do the talking.
That's the thing. So
and even Tyler making those 2 cross banks, to just dig it in.
Tyler was the best player out there.
Tyler played amazing, and it was awesome to watch.
No, 1,000% couldn't agree with you more.
And then Skyler, I know he missed that first 9-ball, but he stuck with it. Yeah, we got a 9-ball on the break. We got an early combo, but you still have to go out there and you still have to finish, regardless of what's in front of you.
Yeah, but that's just what Sky does.
Oh, of course.
He's got years of coming clutch for Team USA, and it was a phenomenal day. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow because, like we mentioned earlier from Jessica's comment, I expect Earl and Jason to be the fans' choice.
Yes, agreed.
After everything that happened today, if Jason goes out and loses to Earl of all people, when Earl is the weakest player on Team USA, you want to talk about getting the crowd more involved and getting the momentum even more on Team USA side. To have the guy who did, chirped all that he chirped out there at the press conference to lose against Earl.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. That's how excited I am to watch that fans choice.
I mean, you saw how Earl was today, and I think it's just because he probably hasn't been in the moment for a while, right? Like he hasn't been,
No, but he's a liability though.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like the guy pockets balls well, but he just needs to refocus and do that tomorrow.
This is what the argument that we had before, because when me and Joey talked about Earl, he's like, he's a legend and he's this and he's that, and he is. He's all those things.
Yes,
but it's not relevant today on a 4-inch pocket table in Las Vegas in 2022.
Different. Yes,
because it's completely different.
Yes.
But the thing is,
the fast play might get him a little bit.
No, I mean Earl's a no bullshit kind of shooter.
Well, no, I know.
He doesn't take too much time in general, but I feel like they don't need him to, like, anything they get is jelly for Team USA.
Correct, I agree.
Because they're not.
Yes.
I don't think they're thinking, oh, Earl's gonna be the MVP for us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. Everyone kind of expects that Earl is going to be great. He's great for a few other things besides just playing pool.
Yes.
But if they get something out of him, that's great. But they got 4 decent guys who are playing amazing pool right now.
No, for sure.
Team USA.
They're playing really good. and it's great to see, especially first day, coming out strong, finishing. The Hill thriller with filler was amazing. I mean, the crowd just erupted.
Yeah, Josh let him off the hook.
I know.
Listen,
Missing that one ball.
If you're gonna let me bet 100 times on Josh having, it wasn't the easiest
It
of
won't-
shots,
but
but it's Josh.
Yes,
It's Josh at the
Yes.
Moscone Cup. He's got an open shot at the one.
he's supposed.
I'm gonna bet Josh 100 times.
99%,
100
yes,
times out of
yes,
100, I'm
yes.
betting Josh, and I'm gonna
Yes.
like how my account looks.
And
after
I
it's all
think
said
the
and done
crowd
with.
got to him. I mean, like the crowd has been insane, and it's amazing. Like just being there. Like I know you can watch it on TV, but being there and seeing it. I mean, I couldn't even imagine being in Europe and being opposite. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because Tyler didn't play that well last year, right? And this year, I mean, he just came with it every time.
Beyond poised.
Yes,
is
it's
Tyler.
been fantastic.
That's been like the best part for me watching. I mean, like seeing a Josh versus Sky in the Moscone Cup is kind of like bucket list kind of stuff for
Yeah.
me, and it's and I'm just appreciating it just from being a fan. But seeing someone like make steps in their career, and I don't want to like put too much on day one at the Moscone Cup, but seeing Tyler just stand up and be his own man
Yes.
on that stage with all the pressure when there's been we've seen him kind of crumble at
Of
times before in
course,
his career.
yes.
It's so amazing to see. He played sharp. His break was great. Him and Fran were kind of close when it comes to playing, because I think Fran, outside of that first scratch, played phenomenal
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
It's just it was a great first day at my very first Moscone Cup.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, Team USA just came with it. They stayed down. They kept on going, and they all talked. They all communicated. Like even when they won each game or after each game, Team USA came out. It was great.
It's so every game is so weighted in a race to 5.
Yes.
And I've been to a lot of pool tournaments. I've never been to anything like that before.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like with Sky's 9-ball miss to go 2-1 instead of 2-1 the other way.
No, and then he broke and ran the next one, so it could have been 3-1.
Yeah, correct. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like, but even with Tyler and Shane, they broke and ran 3 of the 5 games.
Yeah, and
I mean,
the most important one too.
Yes, correct. Finishing,
Yeah.
and that's been our not as our strong suit, right? As like when we get the opportunity to finish, we mess up, or even our lag's better this year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it was 2-2.
I know, but still, I'm just saying, like, it's just
Yeah.
you have to be able to get the. I mean, first break is the last break as well.
I mean, that's how they got out, right?
Yeah, correct.
So, I mean, it obviously paid off, and that was a real close lag, against
Because
Jason.
last year, almost every time the Europeans were breaking Hill.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying the pool playing though.
Oh, for sure.
Because the layouts are different. It's
Everything's different, and especially
it can get cluttered here or there.
Francisco, like Tyler, for instance. I didn't think Tyler was going to be as good on his break, even though we know how dedicated he is on his break with the refs racking. We know how good his break is when it comes to with the AccuRack, right? He is a phenomenal, just like Shane, Skyler, right? But you saw even the Europeans struggling with the refs racking. It's a different rack. It's a different, even though the balls are frozen.
But that's part of it though. Is
I know.
Is the inconsistency, because
Yeah.
Emily doesn't want to see these same guys. They got warned about soft breaking already. I think Jason was soft breaking during that doubles match. I don't think he was hitting them hard at all. I think it was more controlled, and there's a balance to it. Like I didn't mind it, but if you're going to call it out like John did early on, I think there was something to be said at the end of it. But regardless, like the play was great. Albin really anchored him.
Yes.
I think. Listen, you don't get to have the hardware you have and be on that team if you're not built differently.
Yeah.
All those 5 guys on Team Europe are built differently.
Oh, for sure.
They're wired differently. They can win from ahead. They can win from behind. They can step on your throat. They can battle when they're down. It doesn't matter. If you're going to tell me I can get even money odds taking Europe from here, I'm doing it, because that's how dynamic and crushing those guys can be.
Oh, for sure.
They can rip your heart out, quick.
Yes.
We saw it on day, what was it, 3 last year when they swept them 5-0.
Yeah.
But all in all, man, I mean, it's like I'm pumped. For
it's
tomorrow.
Great going into day 2 for sure.
Joey, you got anything? You got anything?
I want Nick to talk about those conditions, his pockets. Since he was a hopeful, he almost got there, right? How would
I mean,
Why don't you come sit down? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
we saw a couple fluky 9 balls, and that rattled. I think on day 3, the tables are going to be so much tougher. Right now, they're still slick.
Sliding.
They're still,
Yep.
you can still cheat the pocket. Not saying that you can cheat it a lot, but there's like, you're more comfort on certain shots because when it comes down to day 3, those longer shots, the pocket's going to be smaller because you're not going to be able to hit the rail first and slide the ball in. So, like, the new cloth is amazing to play on. It's tough, just like going from old cloth to new cloth and new cloth to old cloth. Like it all changes everything. But the tight pockets is a great thing for the game, in my opinion. Like you're gonna see balls pocket. Some people won't take that flyer. Like Earl was saying, some people are gonna duck. Like Shaw ducked today. A lot of players ducked today. Where Oscar and Earl were down 3-1. And Oscar had a 1-2 combo, and they played safe instead. Right? That's the stuff. But if we were playing on 4.5-inch pockets or 4.25, I'm sure that Oscar's shooting that 1-2.
Yeah, I mean they're all
It's just,
experienced
of
enough.
course. But I'm just saying, like the pocket size matters with what they're doing out there.
Yeah, but all of them have been there enough to know how to adjust, right?
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying
their
anything
risk
bad.
reward, their
Correct,
percentages.
correct.
Right?
And that's how I play, and that's how Oscar's taught me is enough with
Your arm.
going.
Yes. You're shaking the camera,
Oh.
buddy. Yeah. No, no, you're fine. You're fine.
My bad. But they just all came out and they just all performed and they're doing great. It's just one day at a time, one game at a time.
It's been a buzz starting in the morning out of Bally's, a buzz in the evenings out here at Griff's. I tell you what, man, if you guys are in the area, stop by. It is packed. It's I think they got a wait list going on from bar table action to big table action. The railbirds are out sitting and sweating. Big one pocket, big rotation. I mean, Vegas is just alive, man.
Yeah,
and people are transitioning from Bally's in the mornings and going and enjoying dinners and then coming back over here
at night for all the action. Yeah,
it's been awesome. It's barely the first day, man.
Yeah, it's amazing. I am happy that I got out here with my wife and got to experience it because I can't wait for day 2. Like it was loud. Like I feel like I'm losing my voice already. And it was only day 1.
Dude, I was yelling in there.
Yes.
I was yelling. And listen, I bet on Team Europe, right? I'm betting on Europe, but I'm more better friends, I guess, with the Americans than I am.
Yes.
None of them take it personally, which I love.
Well, that's
because
great.
They're all professionals.
Yeah.
You would because you're really soft like Joey. But I try to, when I watch sports, really compartmentalize and leave like my fandom out the door, right? There's like a few things that I'm really, truly fans of. One of them being Nadal in tennis.
Yeah, you bet against me. I know.
I have.
Yeah.
I mean, if I bet against you in Texas, I'd be doing a lot better than what I am today. Let me tell you, buddy. All right. Even when I thought you were stealing, but I digress. Anyway, I'm sitting there and we're in the back and we got a decent view of everything, and I'm yelling and screaming and cheering.
Yeah.
And trolling here or there. I'm sure my voice is going to go out by the end of the week, but I'm loving every single second of it.
Oh, it's
from
amazing.
The mornings there, the evenings at Griff's. We're going to continue to bring a lot of fun action, a lot of fun updates. If there's something going on that we can stream here action-wise and they'll allow it, we'll do that as well. Let us know if
they allow it, because not a lot of people like their big action being streamed.
Yeah, for sure. But let us know if there's anything you guys want to see, any interviews. We'll try to get as much stuff as we can. And, we'll be back on tomorrow in the morning, live from Bally's, Moscone Cup 2022.
Yeah, let's go Team USA.
Let's go. We'll see you
Let's
tomorrow,
go.
guys.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, guys.
Later.